great basketball all the time in rivalry matchups like this. So Cottage Grove looking to take care of business tonight, but they still have to do just that. You still got a basketball game to play, even though you are heavily favored in this matchup. For the Lions, they've won 3 in a row after their opening league loss to Sisters. And they are coming off of a 72-48 blowout win over Sweet Home on the road. And I will get to it after the national anthem, but Cottage Grove has caught an absolutely massive break on Friday, thanks in part, well, wholly, to the Sutherland Bulldogs. Cottage Grove is in control of its own destiny. I'll get to that once again right after the national anthem. We're going to take a 2.5-minute break and be back at the start of this one.
Oh, say, can you sing by the dawn's early light what so proudly we had at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Elmira High School and Cottage High School are members of the Oregon School Activities Association and abide by the rules and regulations set forth by the association to maintain and improve high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. These are high school athletes who are performing here. They are friendly rivals as members of opposing teams. They are not enemies. This is the basic fundamental theme of interscholastic activity. The idea of friendly competition and respect for all participants. This attitude of sportsmanship and respect should be reflected by all spectators, no matter what their personal feelings of loyalty may be to one or the other teams in this contest.
And welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan Clinton, here on 1400 KND. Starters for the visiting Elmira Falcons going to be the 5'8" junior, number 0, Paul Osowski, the 5'8" senior, number 2, Ryan Olson, the 6'2" senior, number 12, Kellen Smith, the 6'3" junior, number 33, Logan Bender, and the 6' junior, number 22, Christian Davis. Starters for the hometown Cottage Grove Lions, the 5'5" senior, number 1, Marcus Julian, the 5'10" senior, number 3, Jesse Ellingworth, the 4'11" junior, number 4, Eric Giffen, the 6'1" senior, number 14, Juice Claflin, and the 6'5" senior, number 21, Jordan Hagwood. Also interesting to note tonight, and I know many people expect this one to get away quickly, but Cottage Grove has called up 2 bids from JV in Jasper Ferguson and Creed Lufkin for Cottage Grove, both 6'3" and 6'4" respectively, and Nick Finley was talking about very possibly using some of that size late in this one. Elmira not especially big, so we might see Cottage Grove attempt to use that size in this basketball game. The Lions, however, tonight are without Austin Hartwell, sitting this one out. Now, as I spoke to about before the break, Cottage Grove caught a massive break thanks to the Sutherland Bulldogs on Friday night. This is a game that head coach Nick Finley actually took his team to watch because it was that important in regards to the Sky-Am League. And Sutherland blew out Sisters Friday in Sutherland by a final score of 51-25. That's what Sutherland did to Sisters. Remember how this has played out so far on the year. Cottage Grove lost to Sisters and blew out Sutherland, and now Sutherland helps Cottage Grove by beating Sisters. So if the Lions win out, and I know there's still plenty of ways to go, 6 more league games, if they win out, they will win the Sky-Am League title. So every game important, and we're ready for the tip. It's Kellen Smith and Jordan Hegwood, and it's won by Elmira. Olsen gives it up to Wasowski. Now back to Olsen on the left wing to Smith at the top of the key. Olsen now down low to Bender. Bender now back outside to Wasowski on the left wing. Now to Smith on the left wing. Now Davis, and now down low and can't finish is Bender. And now here comes Cottage Grove. I expect the athleticism going to show early here for the Lions. Now Giffin's got it on the right wing. Hegwood now back to Giffen. Giffen to Ellingworth, top of the key. Now back over to Giffen to Claflin. Claflin now to Giffen on the right wing. Julian top of the key. Julian to a wide open Hegwood. Hegwood up and in. It's an easy bucket there for Jordan Hegwood, who got left all alone down low. And now here's the press, and it's beat here off the bat. Smith lay in good. Kellen Smith with a breakaway lay-in here for Elmira, and we're all tied up at 2. That there just a mistake by Marcus Majulian, too much pursuit. And now we've got a foul called on Logan Bender. Oh no, excuse me, they're going to call that on Wasowski away from the ball. First foul on Wasowski and Elmira. Claflin now to Giffen, and Giffen throws it away. Smith now to Olsen. Olsen back to Smith. Great pass. Lay in left-handed is no good. And now Ellingworth is going to push it the other way. Ellingworth on the right wing. Ellingworth down low. Runner off glass and good. Jesse Ellingworth has yet to have a home game this year that he did not put up double digits. He's averaging double digits on the season. Wasowski now over on the far side to Smith. Smith now to Olsen, top of the key. Cottage Grove with a 4-2 lead. 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Smith over on the far side to Wasowski. Wasowski down low. Nice feed to Smith, but Smith can't finish and then does not get the board. Ellingworth on the left wing. He got left wide open, and he hits the 3. Jesse Ellingworth shooting over 50% from downtown on the year, and if he gets left open like that, he's going to take the shot. You've seen him progress that way on the year. He wasn't that aggressive to start the season, and now he comes away with a steal, and he's going to push it back the other way. Cottage Grove with Giffen on the right wing. Giffen picks up his dribble and gets back out to Ellingworth. Now to Claflin. Claflin out to Giffen. Wide open right wing 3. Hits. Nothing but net for Eric Giffen. And just like that, it is a 10-2 Cottage Grove lead. And Smith beats Julian again. Lay in. That one's no good. But it's going to be 2 free throws for Kellen Smith. That's the second time Marcus Julian has gotten beat on the press. It's going to come out. Looks like they're not going to give Smith free throws. Yeah, you heard me. Ball over on the far side to Wasowski. Now back to Smith. So the foul goes on Julian, but Smith not getting free throws out of that. Now trying to get it down low, and it's thrown away by Elmira. And it looks like we've already going to have a timeout here from head coach Nick Garman. 5:11 to go here in the first quarter, and already Cottage Grove up 10-2. We're going to take a 30-second break and be back with the rest of the first quarter. Welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400K and Indy. 5:11 to go in the first quarter. Cottage Grove with a 10-2 start here. Hayden Glenn and DeJean Alonzo in for Cottage Grove. Giffen, top of the key. He's already got 1-3 in this one. Over to Ellingworth. Baseline 3. Hits again. Jesse Ellingworth just absolute money from downtown when he's open, and it's a 13-2 lead here for Cottage Grove. Olsen to Wasowski on the right wing, now to Smith. Smith loses his dribble, out of bounds. Cottage Grove already with an 11-point lead here, and they've hit 3 threes. Ellingworth with 2, Giffen with 1. And we haven't even seen Trenton Grover yet. Now a hustle play, and Smith going to roll out of bounds with the basketball. It's going to stay with Cottage Grove. Giffen into Alonzo. Hands it back off to Giffen. Over to Hayden Glenn on the right wing. Now back to Giffen. Giffen tries to drive down low, and they're going to get a foul called on Wasowski. That is the second on Wasowski. Giffen to inbound from the baseline and gets it into Alonzo on the right wing. Alonzo to Ellingworth. Ellingworth now into the paint. Ellingworth runner, 2 more. It's just too easy for Jesse Ellingworth right now, as he's already got 10. He has outscored Elmira by himself at this point, 10-2. And he's got 10 of the 15 for Cottage Grove. Now Olsen trapped on the far side, does get it away to Wasowski. Now to Smith, he'll drive baseline. Nice pass down low to Bender. Bender can't finish, but he is fouled. And we'll get 2 free throws. Foul goes on Hayden Glenn, that's his first. There will be 2 free throws here for Logan Bender. It is 15-2. First free throw is up and good for Bender, his first point of the night. Second free throw is up and good as well for Logan Bender. Under 4 to go here in the first quarter. Cottage Grove up 11. Alonzo now to Glenn on the right wing. Glenn out to Giffen. Giffen going to shoot the right wing 3. That one's too strong. Ellingworth though with the board. Ellingworth down low. And he tries to get it to Glenn. Now ends up with it. Now back out to Glenn. Glenn for 3. That one's no good. And the board goes to Smith. Smith now down low to Bender on the fast break. Bender gets it to go up and in. 4 straight points here for Logan Bender. It's a 15-6 game, and now Giffen throws it away. Fast break this way. Wasowski lay in. Good, and 1 for Wasowski. And just like that, it's a 6-0 run here from Elmira. That's going to be a free throw for Paul Wasowski. Juice Claflin comes back in for Jordan Hegwood. Now Wasowski going to have 1 free throw. It is up and short, and the board goes to Alonzo. We'll give it up to Giffen. It's now down to a 7-point lead. At one point, the largest for Cottage Grove was 13 here in the first quarter. Now Giffen trying to do it himself, has it rejected by Wasowski. Possession arrow is to Cottage Grove as they called up the jump ball. Now we've got the discussion at the scorer's table. And I have a feeling it's because Christian Davis has checked in the game. I don't think he's on the book for Cottage Grove. Or it might be Delometer. Not sure here. I know it's a scoring book problem. So now we're going to have technical free throws here for Cottage Grove. We're still waiting on the official signal, but it's going to be Jesse Ellingworth the line for the technical free throws. And the first one is up and nothing but net for Ellingworth, who's now got 11 of the 16. Second one is good as well. With that 12 of 17. We still got to change the scoreboard, so it's Cottage Grove basketball. I think, I would imagine, now the officials are discussing some more. It's because Vince Delometer came into the game. It was either listed at a different number or it just was not listed whatsoever. Still haven't heard anything from the press announcer. Once again, you are listening to the mighty 1400 KNND. The 2 points have been added on the scoreboard. No official explanation of what exactly just happened. I know it had something to do with one of the players from Elmira not being listed, and now another as Ellingworth gets to the rim, but he can't finish, then steals it. Alonzo lay in good and one. Jesse Ellingworth finally misses, gets his own board, and gives it up to Alonzo. And Alonzo finishes. They get that foul on Kellen Smith. So Elmira goes on a 5-0 run, and then the technical followed by that from Alonzo. With the free throw being good, it's back up to a 12-point lead here for Cottage Grove. Davis now to Wasowski on the right wing. Wasowski over to Smith on the left wing. Smith out to Davis for three. That one's good. Christian Davis nails the three. It's a 20-11 game. Ellingworth takes it right over to Alonzo. Wide open right wing three. Can't hit, but the offensive board there for Glenn. Now to Grover. Trenton Grover in the game to Ellingworth. Ellingworth can't finish, and Elmira comes away with the board. Olsen pushes it up to 4, gets it to Smith, and then it's stolen away by Alonzo, and we're going to get a foul on Olsen. It's the 4th team foul.
Number 30, Logan Duquette, walking to the line.
Here on Elmira, Logan Duquette into the game here for the Falcons. Ellingworth with it for Cottage Grove. Ellingworth over to Trenton Grover. Three, in and out. And the board goes to the Falcons. Grover in his last 2 home games has hit 12 threes. Duquette with it. Duquette tries to get it to Olsen, and then it's lost out of bounds off of Olsen as Ellingworth forces another turnover here for Cottage Grove. He'll take it up the floor here for the Lions with 1:20 to go in the first quarter. Cottage Grove up 20-11. Grover with it. He drives baseline, and we're going to get a late offensive foul call there on Trenton Grover as he pushes off. It's the first on Grover. 4th team foul on Cottage Grove, now 4 on both Elmira and the Lions. Delometer with it. Now to Wasowski. Wasowski has it stolen away by Ellingworth. Ellingworth with a wide open lay-in, and he finishes. 2 more for Jesse Ellingworth. Ellingworth now with 14 in the first quarter alone for Jesse Ellingworth. We've got another timeout here from head coach Nick Garman. 1:02 to go in the first quarter. We're going to take a 30-second break and back with the rest of it. Welcome back to Cottage Grove High School here on the mighty 1400K in Indy. I'm Evan McClendon. Elmira basketball 22-11 is the score. Cottage Grove up by 11. Wasowski with it for the Falcons as we tick under a minute to go here in the first quarter to Duquette. Duquette now back to Wasowski to Davis on the right wing. Davis to Duquette. Now over to Olsen on the left wing. Now to Duquette on the right wing, and we've got a foul down low. That one's going to go on Juice Claflin. It's the first on him. Kellen Smith checks back in for Elmira. It's like Eric Giffen going to come back in for Cottage Grove. Kilometer now to Wasowski on the right wing, to Smith on the left wing. He gets into the paint. Lay-in is good. It's 2 there for Kellen Smith. He's now got 4. Back to a 9-point lead now for Cottage Grove with only 20 seconds to go. Here in the first, Grover on the left wing. He'll shoot the quick 3. That one's no good. And the board goes to Elmira. 10 seconds to go. Wasowski now on the left wing. Olsen lay in and 1. The bucket here for Ryan Olsen. And Elmira actually with a chance here to pull it within 6 here right at the end of the first quarter. Free throw up. That one's no good. And the board goes to Cottage Grove. Ellingworth going to shoot it full court. No good from Jesse Ellingworth. And at the end of the first quarter, Cottage Grove has a 22-15 lead. We are going to take a 1-minute break. Came back with the start of the second quarter.
You might see these guys walking around selling some blue tickets. They're $1 a piece or 10 for $5. And at halftime of the boys and the girls game coming in next, you get an opportunity to win $50. So buy your ticket. Another couple of things we have going on. We have the SBA cheerleaders in the house. They're going to do a couple of halftime routines for you guys. Halftime of this game, halftime of the girls game. We're also going to do, on top of it all, we're going to do a musical chair basketball game during halftime of this game. So I need 6 volunteers. You got to be, let's say, 4th grade and older. I need 6 volunteers. So if you want to do that, all you have to do is be able to shoot a basketball and run to a seat. So if you want to do that, meet me over here. Thanks again, you guys, for coming out.
And welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. Second quarter about to be underway here on the mighty 1400K NND. It's a 22-15 lead here for Cottage Grove. At one point, the Lions were up 13 in that first quarter. So Elmira obviously not pleased to be down by 7, but it could be a lot worse here for the Falcons. I'm your host, Evan McClendon. It's Cottage Grove basketball to start the second quarter. Dejan Alonzo with it for the Lions. He gets it to Giffen on the left wing for 3. That one's too strong, and the board goes to Kellen Smith. It's Smith, Duquette, Olsen, Delometer, and we'll see what the foul. Looks like they're going to get a foul here on Eric Giffen, as Smith was pushing it up the floor, and it looks like they said Giffen stuck his knee out there. That is the 7th team foul here on Cottage Grove. No one in real foul danger yet. It's a 1-and-1 for Kellen Smith, and he hits the front end of that. So it's going to be free throws from here on out for Elmira. And with the press that Cottage Grove typically runs, that could be an issue. Second free throw is no good from Smith. Lions got to be careful on D from here on out. Now Giffen, lay in, good, and he got away with a push-off there. But he gets the bucket anyway in the fast break, and it's back to an 8-point lead here for Cottage Grove. Davis now to Osowski. Osowski out to Smith. Smith now back to Davis. Davis over to Duquette on the left wing. Down low, lay in, up, and good. That's 2 more for Logan Bender. He's now got 6, and it looks like we might see the first of Jasper Ferguson in this one as we've got a charge on the other end. I believe. Still waiting on the call. So we've got a charge on Eric Giffen. That's his second. Now it looks like we are going to see our first action here from Jasper Ferguson. With 7:06 to go in the first half. Ferguson played summer ball with this team, but didn't come on to basketball until about 2 weeks ago. And he's already got varsity playing time here under his belt. Ball still in the backcourt, and we've got a 10-second call here on Elmira. So we'll see what the junior Ferguson has to offer. He fouled out in the JV basketball game prior to this and would have also had about 5 blocks and 13 boards. Did Ferguson. He's all of 6'4" and built out like a football player. Giffen to Ellingworth on the far side. Trenton Grover down here on the near side has been held quiet, and now we've got an offensive board there by Ferguson right off the bat. Ellingworth couldn't finish. Now Alonzo in the paint. Alonzo, board is still not taken. Finally, Trenton Grover comes away with it. Gets it away to Ellingworth. Wide open left wing 3, and he hits. Jesse Ellingworth with his 3rd 3 of the game. He's got 17 already. 17 of the 27 here for Jesse Ellingworth. Ball on the far side to Osowski. Osowski now over to Smith. Smith down low. Smith, and Ferguson definitely got away with the foul there. A jump foul. Excuse me, jump ball. Called down low, and you see Eric Giffen looking at Jasper Ferguson like, stick those hands straight up, not down. That's how you get called. He got away with one there. Basketball going to stay with Elmira. Ball to Davis on the right wing. Now to Smith on the near side. Smith on the left wing. It's a 27-18 lead here for Cottage Grove. Down low, Bender, good D there from Ferguson. Shot doesn't go, but an offensive board, then a steal from Ellingworth. Ellingworth going to push. Ellingworth to Giffen, and Giffen loses it in the fast break. .5:42 to go here in the first half. Jesse Ellingworth has scored 1 fewer point than the Elmira basketball team in the first 10 minutes of this game. Now another steal by Cottage Grove. Trenton Grover going to push it. Now he gives it up to Ellingworth. Left-handed, up and in, and good. Transition bucket there for Cottage Grove. Giffen now has 7 for the Lions, and it's back up to a double-digit lead. It's 11 here for Cottage Grove. Ball to Osowski on the right wing. Osowski now to Duquette. Duquette going to shoot the long jumper. That one's no good. The board goes to Ellingworth. Ellingworth going to push it again. They've got numbers. Grover, lay in, good. First bucket of the game for Trenton Grover comes in transition, and surprisingly, not a 3. Smith now, as you wonder if the wheels might be coming off here for the Falcons. It's back up to a 13-point lead, the largest of the game here for for Cottage Grove. Wasowski now to Smith. He's going to shoot the three. That one's no good. The board, though, goes to Bender, and then Bender throws it away. So it's going to be Cottage Grove basketball. It's the Lions now have started off this quarter on a 9-3 run. Giffen now to Glenn on the near side. Glenn to Grover, open for three. That one's no good. As Grover been a little cold here to start this one for Cottage Grove. The board is out of bounds off of the Falcons. So Delometer comes in the game here for Elmira, along with number 34. He's a freshman. I think it's Brandon Marr, and now another steal, except we're going to get a foul here on Eric Giffen. Still no official signal as to who that is. I believe it's Brandon Marr for Elmira, a freshman for the Falcons. Played a lot in the JV game, just wearing a different number. Giffen now out to Ellingworth on the right wing. Ellingworth to Glenn, open for three. That one's no good. The board, though, is taken by Ferguson. To Giffen on the right wing. That is about the third offensive board here for Jasper Ferguson. Giffen now out to Ellingworth. Ellingworth, and he's going to get a charge called on him there as he ran straight into Wasowski. That is the first on Ellingworth, who has played all of this first half. And considering at this point he's got 17, including 3 threes, I'd probably just leave him in there. 3:50 to go here in the first half. Cottage Grove up 13 here on the mighty 1400 KNAMD. I'm Evan McClendon. Smith has it now to Davis. Davis drives down low and a rejection there from Ferguson. As he has made his mark early in this one. One proud papa over there on the far side, I can tell you that for sure. Davis over on the far side to Marr. Marr takes it left, now to Smith. Smith to Davis to Olsen. Olsen is fouled from behind. That one going to be called on Ellingworth too, and that's going to be 10 here on Cottage Grove. So it's going to be 2 free throws from here on out for Elmira. Ryan Olsen to the line for the first time. First one is up and good. Olsen. Now Marcus Julian's going to come in for Jesse Ellingworth, who has 17 in the first half. Second free throw, that one's short. And a board there for Ferguson. Grover now to Ellingworth on the near side for three. That one's no good. Excuse me, that was Eric Giffen. And now fast break the other way. And got away with the travel. Now to Olsen. That one's no good. An offensive board, though, from the Falcons. Now to Olsen on the far side to Davis. Davis to Smith. Smith lay in, no good. Another offensive board. Now a foul going to be called here on Ferguson, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Here for Vince Delometer. First free throw up, and that one's off the mark. Delometer. Exactly 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Second free throw up, and that one is good. His first point of the night. Now Riley Chambers going to come in here for Elmira. As Marcus Julian will walk it up the floor for Cottage Grove. Julian to Glenn, finds a cutting Giffen. Giffen gets the defender off his feet and finishes. Easy bucket there for Giffen. He's now got 9 for Cottage Grove. Chambers has it on the right wing. He's going to shoot the 3 and he hits. Riley Chambers just got left wide open for the Falcons. And he made Cottage Grove pay. It's a 10-point game, and now Hayden Glenn throws it away, trying to find Eric Giffen again on the cut. And now it looks like we're going to have a timeout here from head coach Nick Finley. 33-23 lead here for Cottage Grove. We're going to take a 30-second break and be back with the rest of the first half. Welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. 2:22 to go here in the second quarter. Cottage Grove up 33-23. Full court pass down low to Smith. Now to Davis. Davis spins around, shoots over Alonzo, and that one is no good. And the board goes to Ferguson once again. Love to see his stat line at the end of this one. He doesn't have points yet. Now Alonzo to Ferguson, and he finishes his first bucket of the game as the old announcer's jinx there works. As he's got 2, he's really made an impact already in this one. Marr with it, now on the outside. Chambers 3, that one's no good, and the long board goes to Giffen. Giffen gonna push it. Giffen, no look to Alonzo, lay in good. The old 3-on-2 right there. Good pass from Eric Giffen into fast break. Leads to an easy bucket. Now the other way, and that one's up and good for Marr. That's his first bucket of the game. Giffen, and Giffen is fouled. There by Marr. Now ball's into Ellingworth, 3 right off the bat. That one's no good, and the board goes to Elmira. It's a 12-point lead here for Cottage Grove. Only a minute to go here in the first half. Cross-court pass to Smith.
3-second violation, 34.
And it looks like we're going to have a 3-second violation here on the Falcons. So it is Cottage Grove basketball with under a minute to go. Julian now out to Giffen on the right wing. Giffen into the paint. Giffen out of control, has it rejected. But it will stay with Cottage Grove. And that right there is about the first time we've seen that in 3 basketball games from Eric Giffen. He's done a very good job of not getting out of control down there down low. He does that time, he gets away with it. And now looks like we've got another 3-second call. This one's going to go on Hayden Glenn, so back-to-back 3-second calls here on either side. He's going to give the ball back to Elmira with 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Now almost a steal in the backcourt, but Elmira keeps it. Gets it to Smith. Smith drives baseline, kicks it out to Davis. Davis going to shoot the pull-up jumper. That one's too strong. Board goes to Alonzo. Cottage Grove with numbers again. Alonzo lay in, no good, and the board goes to the Falcons. And then a mistake there from Alonzo to foul, as now it's going to be 2 free throws for Marr on the other end. That is the first on Alonzo. Cottage Grove in the double bonus. Elmira going to have 2 free throws here. First one up, and that one's no good, off the back of the iron. second free throw is up. That one's no good too, and the board is stolen away by Cottage Grove. It looked like Smith was going to come away with it, but Giffen now out to Ellingworth. Ellingworth to Glenn on the right wing. Glenn to Ellingworth. And we're going to have a foul called on Davis with 1 second to go. So now Hayden Glenn is to the line with 1 second to go. Jasper Ferguson is going to come in here for Cottage Grove. And that's in case Glenn misses the front end of the 1-and-1. He might be able to get an offensive board here. First free throw up, and that one's no good. Board goes to Ferguson, and then a block by Elmira. And that is how the first half is going to end. Cottage Grove with a 37-25 lead. But if you're the Falcons, I mean, this one got ugly quick. It was 15-2 at one point. So Elmira has managed to stay in this one, still not completely out of it. But the story of the first half, Jesse Ellingworth. I mean, look, we've seen what Trent Grover can do. We've seen what Eric Giffen can do when he's on fire, but the consistency that Jesse Ellingworth has shown on the year has just been nothing short of impressive. It seems like every look that he takes is a good look. And he didn't miss until about 4 minutes to go in the first half. He hit everything. I'm talking the first 6 shots he took from the floor all went in for Jesse Ellingworth, and he ended that first half with 17. He, at one point, had outscored Elmira 10-2 in that first quarter. That's how well Ellingworth has played. Giffen has also added 9. Alonzo with 5. Higwood with 2 of his own. And Jasper Ferguson, like I said, just joined about 2 weeks ago. He's been practicing with the basketball team, and he has 2 off the bench, but he's really made an impact down low. A couple offensive boards, including a couple blocks down low, along with just a ton of boards in general, offensive and defensive for Ferguson. He's having quite a varsity debut night. For Elmira, they just got to hang around. That's really the key to this one. If they can stay in it, you never know, they can make a run. Davis has a 3 in this one. Riley Chambers as well. If they can get some open looks, maybe get hot, you never know. They could make a comeback in this one. Right now they're down by 12. Going to need to come out pretty hot to start that third quarter if they're going to want to stay in this one. Once again, final score at the end of the first half, Cottage Grove 37, Elmira 25. We're going to take about an 8-minute break, and we'll be back with the start of the second half of this one. Until then, I'll send it back to the station.
up. And if you got the ball, just put it right back where you found it. All right. Now we're down to 4, 5, and go. Holy smokes, who's going to win this one? What's your name? Justin? What's your name? Justin and Ava. You guys can go to the same move? Are you sure about this? On your mark, and set, go! Alright, your winner is Justin! And what's 50 is a $10 Dutch Brothers gift certificate, but you guys did so good, I'm going to give all of you guys one. How about it? Give it up for your contestants this evening.
station, Mighty 1400K and D. I'm your host, Devin McClendon. Started the second half, about to be underway. Cottage Grove has a 37-25 lead. Do the Lions. It will be Cottage Grove basketball here to start the third quarter. It's the starting five in there for Cottage Grove. Jesse Ellingworth with it. He had 17 in the first half. Now Giffen on the right wing. Giffen to Hagwood on the baseline. He drives left, kicks it out to Claflin. Claflin into the paint. Claflin now to Julian on the right wing. Julian down low, tries the left-handed lay-in, can't get it to go. And the board goes to Smith. Smith going to push it for the Falcons, who right now have Bender, Wasowski, Olsen, Davis, and Kellen Smith in there for the Falcons. Wasowski has it for Elmira. Now thrown away, tipped by Julian. He's going to come away with the steal. It's a 4-on-1. Giffen back to Julian. That is the fast break there for Cottage Grove. Ball to Smith on the left wing. Smith drives left. Now somehow it ends up in the hands of Bender. And it's an easy bucket there for Logan Bender. He now has 8 for the Falcons. Almost a steal on the other end, but Elmira is going to come away with it as Giffen got ran over. Now Wasowski drives baseline. He's trapped, and it is, looks like they're going to give Nick Garman the timeout there. Here with 6:35 to go in the third quarter. And it looks like we're going to have a full timeout here from Garmin to start this one. Cottage Grove with a 39-27 lead. We're going to take a 1-minute break and we're back with the rest of the third quarter. Welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. And it's going to be Elmira basketball out of the break. Cottage Grove up 39-27 here on the Mighty 1400K in ND. I'm Evan McClendon. Olsen to inbound from the baseline. He gets it over on the far side to Wasowski. Long three is no good. The board is taken by Julian. Now fast break again. Giffen tries to fire one down low. And it looks like they're going to say it's off of Elmira. Jordan. Oh, excuse me. They're going to say it is Cottage Grove basketball. It looked like it was off of Hagwood's foot, but it's going to stick with Cottage Grove. It's into Claflin. Now to Giffen. Three. That one's no good. And that's another bad look there from Giffen. Now fast break the other way, and that's what it leads to, an easy bucket there for Kellen Smith. And that's why you like to see Eric Giffen only take those good looks. He can straight up shoot it, but when you're 4'11" and you've got a hand in your face, I mean, it doesn't get much harder than that. It ends up being a fast break bucket there for Elmira. And now Ellingworth turns it over down here. And it's Elmira basketball. Wasowski to Smith. Baseline three, good! Three there for Kellen Smith. And all of a sudden, this is a 7-point basketball game. If you'd ask me a key to this, I'll tell you, Elmira just needs to stay in it. Jordan Hagwood now to Giffen. Far side three. That's a better look, but he still can't get it to fall. An offensive board from Julian, and he gets the putback for the Lions. It's back up to a 9-point lead. Almost a steal from Ellingworth. He's got 2 fouls right now. Osowski with it. Osowski has it knocked away again by Ellingworth, and now tipped by Giffen, and Ellingworth comes away with it. He loses his dribble though, and Osowski comes up with it for Elmira. Now headed the other way, there's Davis. Davis on the far side to Smith, lay in, that one's no good. Board goes to Bender, and he gets the putback. Logan Bender now with 10. Now Giffen. Giffen to Claflin. Claflin out to Ellingworth. It's a 7-point game out to Giffen. Far side 3, and he's cold right now. Gets his own board though, and gets the follow. Easy bucket there for Giffen, but he is ice cold from outside right now, but he's in double digits. He's got 11. Now Osowski going the other way. Bender, bucket, good, and that's just a lack of defense there from Cottage Grove as they fell asleep on that possession. And Logan Bender's now got 12, and it's back to within 7. Julian into the paint. Julian left-handed, and an easy bucket there for Marcus Julian as he knifes through the Elmira D. We're going back and forth here in Cottage Grove. It's a 9-point lead again for Cottage Grove. Olsen still in the backcourt, finally gets it up the floor to Bender. Bender now to Davis on the left wing. Davis has it again. Davis drives baseline wide open. Lay in, no good. Offensive board, no. We're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow is to Elmira. 3:46 to go here in the third quarter. I think we're waiting for Osowski to tie his shoe. And now we're good. Smith to inbound. He gets it into Osowski, and then Osowski throws it away. Hegwood, fast break the other way, gets it to Giffen, lay in. We're going to get a travel called on Eric Giffen. Back to Elmira, still down 9. Osowski takes it up the floor for the Falcons. Nice feed, another great pass from Smith to Bender. Back-to-back, great feeds there from Elmira. Now Ellingworth fast break this way, pulls up for the 8-footer. That one's no good. And the board goes to Elmira, who just will not go away right now. Smith on the baseline. Smith now to Osowski. Osowski to Olsen. Over on the far side to Duquette. Now to Bender. He has it poked away. Back outside to Smith on the right wing. Smith to Osowski in the paint. Nice pass to Smith. Lay in. That one's no good, and they're going to get a foul on Hegwood. And it's going to be 2 free throws for Kellen Smith. He's going to have a chance to draw this one to within 5, which would be the closest this game has been since the start. I mean, when this thing was 7-2. First free throw up, and it's good from Kellen Smith. Smith now has 11. Second free throw up, and that one's no good. And the board goes to Cottage Grove. Ellingworth gonna push it. He's got it on the right wing, now to Hegwood on the near side. Ellingworth trying to get it down low to Hegwood. And I think...
Number 44, Ben Delamater.
We're gonna get the foul on Delamater, and indeed we are. Only the first on Elmira. And now another foul. This one, though, going to be called on Alonzo away from the ball. Oh, no, excuse me. The call went on Ellingworth. Thought it had been signaled that it went on Alonzo. As it is Elmira basketball. Osowski has it tied up by Alonzo at half court. Possession arrow to Cottage Grove. They will get it back with under 3 to go here in the third quarter. A 6-point basketball game. Hegwood fakes the handoff to Alonzo. Sounds like I'm calling football, excuse me. And then Julian loses it in the paint. And Elmira will take the basketball. They chance to get this one to within 4. If you would have asked me pregame if this thing was going to be this close in the third quarter, I would have told you there was not a chance. On the far side of the Falcons, now to Smith, long 3, and he hits it! And it's a 3-point basketball game. And I think everyone just kind of stunned right now. Ellingworth, other way, no good, board to Hegwood, and he is fouled. And it's going to be 2 free throws here for Jordan Hegwood. One goes on Smith, that's his second. First free throw from Hegwood is up, and that one is good. Christian Davis comes back in for the Falcons. Second free throw from Hegwood. That one's off the back of the iron and no good, and the board is out of bounds off of Alonzo. So it's back up to a 4-point lead here for Elmira. Wasowski got trapped, but somehow got away with it. Now to Smith. Smith with the runner one-handed down low. He gets it to fall, and it's a 2-point game. Julian on the left wing, now to Ellingworth on the right wing. And we've got a 3-second call on Cottage Grove. And this whole place is quiet. It's like they don't even know what's going on right now. And I think Nick Finley is just as surprised as anybody for Cottage Grove, as he's going to have to take a full timeout. As with 1:20 to go in the third quarter, Cottage Grove is narrowly holding on to a 2-point lead. We got another full timeout here from Nick Finley. We're going to take a 1-minute break and back to the rest of the third quarter. To Cottage Grove High School. Number 07 McClendon here on 1400 KNND. Kellen Smith with it on the left wing for the Falcons. Now down low to Wasowski to Bender. Lay-in is in and out. Will not fall. And the board goes to Cottage Grove. Almost stolen away there by the Falcons, as that bucket from Bender would have tied it. Obviously, you can't see on the air or on film right now, but the antics from head coach Nick Garman never cease to entertain. Now Grover for 3. He's cold from downtown. He really hasn't had a good look yet, but an offensive board for Hegwood. And he's going to finish a much-needed bucket there for Cottage Grove, as Hegwood now has 5. Smith with it on the left wing here for Elmira, and it's turned over. Now 3-on-1. Ellingworth lay-in, left-handed, good. Fast break. Jesse Ellingworth with his first bucket of the 3-quarter, and just like that, it's on a 4-0 run for Cottage Grove. It's back to a 6-point lead, and now a turnover in the backcourt by Duquette as he walks with it. And it will be Cottage Grove basketball. So the press forces back-to-back turnovers. there for Cottage Grove, and now Alonzo off the inbounds pass is going to finish easy and have an and one opportunity. So it's a 6-0 run here for Alonzo. Free throw up, and that one's no good, but an offensive board for Grover. Now Julian drives down low, off glass, can't get it to fall, but an offensive board there for Alonzo. And we'll see what the foul is here. It's going to be 2 free throws here for Alonzo. Free throw up, and that one will get the roll. I believe the scoreboard is off, and now they've got it fixed. They forgot to add the 2 from Alonzo, but they've got that now, and that free throw makes it a 9-point lead for Cottage Grove. The second free throw is good as well as Alonzo gets the roll. Now it's Elmira basketball, 10 seconds to go. Ball on the far side. Now to Olsen, to Smith down low, left-handed, and he finishes. It's back to an 8-point lead. Now only 1 second left, and Julian setting the full-court shot. And that is how the third quarter is going to end. Elmira made it interesting. They had this thing to within 2, but Cottage Grove finishes off that third quarter on an 8-2 run. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be back at the start of the fourth quarter. To Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400 KNND. Start of the fourth quarter. Upcoming, it is Elmira basketball, and it's into Herbert. Ball over to Davis on the right wing. Davis now out to Olsen to Davis. Davis down low to Bender, and Bender gets an easy bucket, as Bender really has been a force down low for Elmira. He's got 16. Now Trenton Grover with it on the left wing. He has yet to hit a 3 in this one after hitting 6 in back-to-back home games. And now he's got an open look. Left wing 3. That one's no good as Grover just continues to be cold. But Alonzo saves it from going out of bounds, then throws it into a Falcon. Olsen loses it. And we'll see what the call is. I think they're going to say it hit the official in play, then hit Ellingworth and went out of bounds. And I've never seen this before, but now I've seen it twice in one night. It happened in the JV game. The official is actually in play. So if the ball hits the official and does not land out of bounds and comes back into play, it's like it never left play. Nice feed there, but a rejection from Hegwood. And it's Cottage Grove basketball. Now Grover on the left wing. He's open again. 3. No good again, as he is just ice cold from downtown. But the board is thrown away, and then it's off the foot of Jesse Ellingworth, and it will be Elmira basketball. Trenton Grover had 6 threes in both of his last 2 home games, and he's yet to hit one in this one. He's got 2 points on the night for Cottage Grove, and I mean, when you're cold, you're cold. And here comes Hayden Glenn for Cottage Grove. Eric Giffen also back into the game for the Lions. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen Jasper Ferguson back in this one after his performance in the first half. As it is, only a 6-point lead here for Cottage Grove, and now Smith is going to take a 3. He likes it from over there, but doesn't hit this time, and now fast break, here we come. Glenn and a charge, obvious there, as Olsen takes it for Elmira. That one goes on Glenn. That is his third. 5:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball to Smith on the left wing. Now over to Davis. He had an open look. He gives it up to Bender, though, and it's another good defensive effort from Hegwood. Now to Giffen, who steps into a left wing 3. That one's no good, but an offensive board there for Glenn. Now over to Giffen. Giffen spins into the paint. Giffen left-handed, and there you go. Giffen just out of control. Again, we've seen that about 3 times in this game. And it's Elmira basketball. Ball over to Davis. Now to Bender down low as he backs up Hegwood, and you've got a trap called on Bender. Hegwood has really stepped it up defensively here in the fourth quarter. He's done a very good job defending the big man. He's got 16 in this one. Cottage Grove basketball, under 6 minutes to play. It's a 6-minute lead here for the Lions. Giffen with it, and he loses the basketball. Fast break this way, lay in. We've got a foul on Olsen. That's away from the ball. It was going to be a lay-in there for the freshman. That's a big call on Olsen, as that would have brought it within 4. Now Ellingworth into the paint, and Ellingworth walks with it as he's trying to do too much. Elmira basketball. Smith back to Olsen. Olsen tries to throw it baseline, and it's out of bounds. Kind of some sloppy basketball now going on back and forth between each side. The lead is stagnant at 6 for Cottage Grove, and it will be Cottage Grove basketball. Giffen to Alonzo, top of the key. Alonzo to Ellingworth on the left wing. Ellingworth into the paint, now gets it out to Giffen on the right wing. Giffen to Ellingworth. Ellingworth trying to get it to Hegwood. Hegwood has it, jumper good. It's just Hegwood working down low on the freshman Herbert. Ball back to Elmira, now an 8-point lead here for Cottage Grove. Davis takes it left, loses it. Now Alonzo in the fast break. Alonzo lay in good. Fast break bucket once again. Obviously, I don't have the number for you, but I guarantee you Cottage Grove has outscored Elmira in the fast break category by double digits easy. And there's another steal here for the Lions. Ellingworth, though, not with a chance to push. Gets it to Giffen. Giffen drives right, kicks it out to Alonzo on the right wing. Alonzo spins in the paint. Alonzo throws it to Hegwood, and Hegwood gets the bucket. And all of a sudden, Cottage Grove has turned it on again as they're back to a 12-point lead here over the Elmira Falcons. We've got a timeout, Elmira. It's a full timeout here for Mr. Nick Garman. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be back with the rest of the fourth quarter. welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. It is a 12-point lead here for the Lions, who come away with a steal out of the break. Alonzo to Hagwood, and they're going to say Hagwood was in the paint too long. Another 3-second call here in Cottage Grove. It will be Elmira basketball. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400 KNND. It's a 12-point lead here for Cottage Grove. Lions only with 3 team fouls, and they're utilizing that with the press as they almost came away with another steal there. Now Wasowski throws it away, trying to get it to Davis down low, and it is out of bounds. Ball will be back to Cottage Grove here with under 4 minutes to go here in the final quarter. Giffen to walk it up the floor for Cottage Grove. Giffen to Alonzo on the right wing. Alonzo now to Ellingworth, top of the key. Ellingworth going to shoot the left wing 3. That's not a good look. It doesn't go, but Giffen gets the board. Now Ellingworth gets the board off that miss, and he is fouled. That one's going to go on Bender. Only the first on Bender, is the 6th on Elmira, so it'll be 1-and-1s from here on out. Now Alonzo just shoots right over Wasowski. That's 5'8", going up against 6'2" for Alonzo. And Alonzo just shot it right over him. Now on transition, Smith hits the 3 for Elmira. And that's going to bring out another timeout for the Falcons. After the Kellen Smith 3, it is now an 11-point lead here for Cottage Grove. We got another timeout. We are going to take a 1-minute break and be back with the rest of the fourth quarter. It's a turnover out of the break for Cottage Grove. Smith lay in. That one's no good. The board is out of bounds off of the Falcons. 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Cottage Grove is up 62 to 51. Elmira pressing here, but Alonzo has it. Now to Ellingworth, lay in. And that's what happens when the press breaks down, as Jesse Ellingworth adds on 2 more. He's got 21 here for Cottage Grove. The Lions still with 3 fouls to give in this spot. Down low to the freshman Herbert. He spins and has it rejected by Hagwood. Hagwood has played a great game. Now fast break again. Another lay-in for Ellingworth. And as I'm running out of room to put his points, he's got 23. Ball now to Smith on the right wing. Smith now to Olsen for 3, and that one's good. He's got 9. Now fast break again. Hagwood. As the press for Elmira just breaking down, they cannot handle the athleticism of Cottage Grove in this spot. Now fast break this way, and we have a lay-in from Wasowski. He's now got 4. Ellingworth And now wide open again down low is Hagen. And you can see the frustration. It's really just a misunderstanding by the Elmira defense of exactly where they need to be. And now another steal as this one's getting ugly. Fast break, lay in, foul. And it's going to be 2 free throws here for Eric Giffen. That one goes on Olsen. First free throw from Giffen. That one is up in. Second free throw coming from Giffen. That one up and good as well. So he's got 13. Smith now back to Olsen as it's up to a 16-point lead, basically out of nowhere. Ball down low to Bender, and Bender finishes again here for the Falcons. He's got 18 in this one, and fast break again. That one's tipped and out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of Bender. It looked like Ellingworth touched it after that, but it is going to be Cottage Grove basketball. Julian has it. Only 1:10 to go now. Ellingworth is going to shoot a 3. Not what Cottage Grove wanted in that spot, but Smith gets the board for the Falcons. Now out to Osowski for 3. That one's no good. And the board goes to Ellingworth. He tries to throw it full court. Cannot get Giffen. It's out of bounds, and it will be Falcons basketball. 56.4 seconds to go, 14-point lead here for Elmira. Now fast break this way, and a rejection there from Ellingworth, and then another one from Hagwood. Julian now throws it away. Trying to get Ellingworth. Kind of some disbelief down here on the sideline from Cottage Grove. Right now they just need to hold the basketball and they keep trying to push it. Now Smith going to shoot the baseline jumper, and Ellingworth is fouled on the board. Ellingworth is definitely coming up limp. Ellingworth now is going to have to walk to the free throw line. 36.1 seconds to go. Now it looks like they're going to send Dylan Graves in to shoot the free throws for Ellingworth, who got his foot hurt. Basically an injury substitution here. We'll have to check on Ellingworth and see if he's all right. As the free throw from Graves, he's up and good. Second free throw, that one up and good as well. Dylan Graves. It's Elmira basketball. We got a foul from behind. That one going to be called on Graves.
Foul number 2, Dylan Graves. First 14 foul.
Only the 4th team foul on Cottage Grove. It's really all for naught at this point. Only 31 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. It's a 16-point lead here for Cottage Grove. And a steal in the backcourt by Graves. Graves pass to Giffen off glass. Can't finish. Alonzo up and in and one. Foul goes on Kellen Smith. It's his 3rd. Free throw is up and no good. Ball to Osowski on the far side. Now to Bender. Bender down low, up off glass and good. Logan Bender is going to end up with 20 in this one. And that is how it's going to end. As Cottage Grove, at some points it may not have been pretty, but they're going to come away with a 76-60 win here over the Elmira Falcons. And at this point on the year, every league win is a big league win. As I said, Cottage Grove got a huge help from Sutherland, and really the big game is coming up. I'll get to that in a minute. As far as this one goes, I mean, Cottage Grove ends up winning by 16. A lot of that due to Presley from Elmira that was just not quite functional for the Falcons. But Elmira really made this one a game. It was within 2 with about 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and then Cottage Grove just really took off as they put up 20 points. They went on a 20. Excuse me, they put up 30. They put on, I was going to say, they put up 30 points there just in the last probably about 11 minutes of this basketball game on the Elmira Falcons, and they basically ended this game on a 30-16 run, hence the final score of 76-60.